All right, we are live. I'm not even on my damn page yet. But, who the fuck cares? I the fuck cares. Hello, everybody. People were disappointed I didn't start on time, so I'll start 10 minutes late as opposed to a half an hour. I was hoping that the stream would end, but it doesn't look as though it is. Hello, Malevolent Rider. How are you doing tonight? Mad Metal Man better get his ass in here. He's the one that was complaining. Anyway, I was fucking around at work and I found this this poetry book that they have. They have a whole big series of them, and I thought I'd pick it up. Modern poetry is mostly crap, but it's something to read in between talking to you folks. So let's get it started. This is Whiskey, Words, and a Shovel by R.H. Sin. Number one of, I think there's 5 in this series. Yes, we're reading poetry. I immediately lost a viewer, of course. Notes to the Neglected Ones, number 1. Young girls neglected by their fathers, forced to grow up like plants without sunlight, without care, without that love, and so they search for that love in the arms of boys who are incapable of loving them in ways which they desire. This urge to be loved romantically, created by books, movies, and music, filled with fairy tales, far from their own reality. Boys pretending to be men, promising love to young girls who are not yet women. Interesting. I guess it's basically just speaking about how in society today we have so many absent fathers and such. Kind of poignant. Like I said, modern poetry seems to lack a little, but first one seems fine. Number 2, Notes to the Neglected Ones, number 2. No one taught you to love you, and that's your biggest problem. Searching for validation in people who will never accept you for you, being made to feel like you're not good enough, trying to prove yourself to those who will never be good enough for you. It's a crazy chat. I never get that many viewers anyway, and I'm competing with the cunt stream still. Whatever. It's my little corner of the internet. Cute. Taken away. Who robbed you? Who robbed you of innocence? Who told you things you've never heard? Who made empty promises, swearing to God that they'd do something they never actually intended to? Who was your first? I'll tell you, the same person who later abandoned you after getting what they wanted, the same person who pulled at your heartstrings with the intent of playing you like some horrible symphony. And the saddest part of it all, you'll cling to the good memories as if there were any. You'll take these dirty walls and paint over them with the brightest colors known to man. But the pain will always be there. Can't be life. Sadly, so many people are setting the bar really low in terms of their personal lives, working a job they hate, content with struggling, settling for relationships that aren't actual relationships. Life for so many is not living at all, and that's the problem. You get what you allow, watching others live life instead of living your best life, And they wonder why everyone is self-medicating, suppressing their pain, pretending to be happy, instead of trying to cultivate a lifestyle that brings them peace. Seems to be a relevant poem to certain folks in the chat. Hi, American Phoenix. Nice that you could join me at least for a little while, huh? Oh god, the rest of this is some feminist crap. 14 Karat. Woman, you are a poem, written in ink, derived from gold. I am a haiku. Oh. Painful roots. You planted seeds bearing dishonesty, and pain grew in my heart. Oh, hey Roma, how you doing? Start to finish. This is the part of the book where shit gets a bit weird. You're reading this to yourself without the realization that I am now talking to you directly. Until now. Repeat after me, and this more than once if you need to. I am grand. I am powerful. I am electric. I am incredible. I will survive this. I will be fine. Silence Tales. She could tell the stories of hurt with silence. Her smile was broken, so was her heart. And yet I still knew she was perfect for me. Hi, Sir Adamantine. How you doing tonight? I'm just reading some poetry for about a half an hour, and then I'm probably going to fuck off to bed. I tried to set up OBS and a camera and everything, but it didn't quite work out as planned. So, hey, Med Metal Man. I wish it was some spooky things, but it's just some, I guess, love poetry. Some of it's good, some of it is kind of shitty, but, you know. It is what it is. It's poetry. Some of it's bound to be garbage, right? This is Whiskey Words and a Shovel by R.H. Sin. Truth of self. To be honest with myself, I was never what you wanted. I was just the one you settled for. I 2417. Try, fail, try again, fail more. I just wish you could have fell. Sorry, let's try that again. Try, fail, try again, fail more. I just wish you could have felt more or feel more. Death knocks on our door, eviction notice, and I'm hurting, which is why I wrote this, our story, our book. I'm done reading, time to close it. If love trumps all, then why the hell is your POTUS? And if I'm overrated, then why am I most quoted? Been valuable all my life, but none of my lovers seem to notice. And so it's fuck love, claiming I'm done, but I don't mean it. True love exists, it's just that we don't ever see it. Self-sabotage, it's like we do it to ourselves. But I'm through, like a needle and thread, when I was just trying to help. Yeah, Thrax, I hope you're doing better. Hey, Tennessee Marine. No words. Silence says the things we struggle to say. Nice short one. The experience. You're an experience more than woman. You are lightning striking earth. Your presence is electrifying. under stars. Meet me here beneath the stars, near the moon in the dark. I've been waiting for someone like you. You are. I know you. You're the girl with the broken smile. You're the woman who searches the night for peace. You're the woman that most men don't deserve. You're the woman someone needs. Infinite us. I assure you that when this life ends, I will find you in the next. No matter what the circumstances are, our love is forever, everlasting, and never ending. Oh, it's been a weird week for me. Been a weird week. It's been a weird week, and I've had a shitty week. Out of hurt. Your words sound like hate when the heart is hurt or angry. Dick Balls, I don't even want you to have a wrench, quite honestly. My hope for you. And I hope you find what you're looking for, more love of self and someone brave enough to lose sleep with you. Holding you in the thickness of the night. When you're restless, I hope you find the love that you deserve. And spoken words that'll make you swoon. A hand to hold and lips to touch. First thing in the morning when you wake up, I hope you find the truth and nothing less. Something that'll bring you peace. Something that'll make your heart smile. First day of February. Your child is not a weapon. Your child is not some tool that you should use to hurt others. It hurts my heart, it tears me apart to witness your inability to appreciate the efforts of those who only wish to love your child as if that child was theirs. Your child is not some weapon, and yet you use this child in that way, not realizing that you're only hurting yourself, destroying the bond shared by others just to protect your own. The control. And that's how they control you. They make everything appear impossible. They force you to believe that you're almost average at best. They force you to forget about your magic. Along with this, you forget about your worth. We are more prone to accept little or nothing as opposed to having it all. We're content with the small sums of what will add up to being without value. In our last days of life, our desire to achieve more has been buried beneath the ideal set by those threatened by an above-average ambition. Don't let them control you. Don't let them define and or set your limitations. Similar foes. No matter the gender, no matter the sexual orientation, no matter the color of skin, we are all haunted by the same emotional devils. We are all running from stalker demons. Funny. But you're used to it. You're so used to being mistreated that you allow your heart to remain in dirty hands. You've gotten so used to being hurt that happiness scares you into staying in a relationship that will further break your spirit. Oh, here's the preachy millennial, put your phone down, it's killing you fucking poem. Put your phone down. Social media has made us less social. We observe the lives of others instead of living out on our own, dreaming instead of doing, linking what we see while hating what we do. Oh, so fucking preachy. Before this, it was newspapers, and before that, I mean, we're more connected than ever. I don't know why people have to be like that, put your phone down and all that shite. Yeah, it's fine to disconnect once in a while. Sometimes you just need to sit and chill. Limitations. Oh, sorry. This one's called All Nothingness. Limitations self-imposed, choosing to conform to the idea of not having your own ideas. We work to further the agenda of others, neglecting our own dreams, to labor behind the efforts of helping people bring their dreams to a reality, content with being the worker sitting below the boss. Content with being a spectator, with minimum participation, our version of living feels more like death, as we pretend to be satisfied with nothingness. Yeah, most of these poems are pretty depressing. Hold up, guys. I would like to actually fucking turn the light back on. Jesus Christ. I have it set on a timer. It goes off around this time. Hard to read with no fucking light. "15. I sit here in a dark room on the 15th floor, the rain beating at my window. The city skyline becomes my nightlight. As I type these words at 11:13 p.m. on a cold Wednesday night, my heart breaks at the thought of you reading those words. With a heavy heart, my heart breaks because you most likely picked up this book because your heart is hurting. I understand you. I see you without seeing you. I feel the scars on your heart like Braille. Somehow, reading the stories that often go unread within the pages of your soul. Mother of Pain 1. Insecure mothers, jealous of their own daughters, chipping at their self-esteem, attempting to kill their dreams. Young girls forced to survive into womanhood, 18 years old, the age at which they can finally escape the death grip of an insecure mother. I like that one too. I don't know, I guess this person's been through some shit. Mother of Pain 2. Daddy's girl, abandoned by her mother, everything she's become, given to her by a father who filled the void that her mother left. "12:16 after midnight. I was forced to survive. In your absence, I was faced with the realization that I never needed you." Days. You're always apologizing for behavior that'll never change. One day I'll stop listening. One day I'll stop believing you. Geez, I wonder if there's any that are cheerful. Maybe in the next book, huh? There's 5 of them. All but nothingness. We grew apart, we stopped trying. We were no longer us, and we became nothing. Processing. I'm trying to get better at walking away from unhealthy situations involving my heart. You know, I was going to make fun of this book, but I kind of like it. Winter begins. Come winter, a cup of coffee and a woman with a free spirit is best for you. That one sounds like a fortune cookie. Child within. The child in me will never forget the pain of being left behind by the parent who was too selfish to stick around. Damn. Silent thought. Forced to feel like my all was less than enough. I struggle with the idea of anyone loving me unconditionally. TBH. Sometimes I wish you waited for me instead of wasting your efforts on temporary distractions until I arrived. What's that? I never saw a wild thing that felt sorry for itself. A bird will fall frozen dead from a bow without ever having felt sorry for itself. What poem's that from? Hmm. I worry. You love people, then betray them. How am I not supposed to fear you after you claim to love me? How am I not supposed to question your loyalty when you've cheated on people you said you loved? Found in solitude. I'm attracted to the silence of your absence. At first, the fear was loneliness, but I found my peace being away from you. Insanity driven. Women are made to appear crazy by the very men who drive them to a place of insanity. Fed up. To be totally honest, I got tired of going through the same shit with different people. Oh boy. That doesn't fucking sum up my fucking week. We're guarded. Guarded because I know betrayal. Guarded because of lies. Guarded because of pain. Guarded because my love is not for everyone. Yeah, this person's a little bit of a feminist, but she did have a nice one earlier over not using your kid as a weapon against someone else. So she's not totally brainwashed. And I find even the ones that have a feminist spin are still somewhat relatable, so it's a pretty good book. I'm not someone that's gonna like look up the author, find out they're a feminist, and go feminist. Really, I'm not even gonna give him a chance. Nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you my $10. Connections. Connect with someone who makes time to connect with you. Earliest lesson. My parents taught me that marriage means nothing when there's no honesty, loyalty, and effort. Yeah, I mean, if someone is part of a group that you don't like, I'm not just going to totally dismiss their writings, especially when it comes to the creative side of shit. You might miss out on something amazing just because, uh, you and that person don't see eye to eye. Yeah, William, kids are used as weapons all the time in divorces, and it's really fucking shitty. It's about the shittiest thing that you can do to a parent is try to take their kid away or use them as leverage to just to hurt them or even just to get money. I've been lucky; it hasn't really happened in my family, but I've seen it happen to friends of mine, and not a violent person. There's very few things that make me want to punch somebody, but that's one of them. 0722 or 072, I don't know. It just says marry someone who compliments your soul. Yep, sounds about right. Among stars. Every night, the stars envy her. Invictus. I have never actually heard Invictus. William, you know, I'm actually sorry that happened to you. I really am. Because nobody should just lose everything because they fucking a marriage ended. I will. I'm actually writing it down right now. Who is it by, Sir Adamantine? I plan on reading more poetry. Whoops, nope. Among stars. Every night the stars envy her. I forgot to do something. Never mind. I'm not getting shit for this anyway. Whew. It's just for fun, right? By the way, do I sound okay? I know my gain's up pretty high. I hope I'm not clipping too hard. Every night. Oh, man. Girls like you deserve a love that makes it easier to sleep during the coldness of the night. Ah, Zell Strike. Welcome to the fucking stream. I had something else planned, but unfortunately, my computer, my internet, nothing was really cooperating, so I'm just reading a random poetry book I grabbed off my shelf. Thank you, Sir Adamantine. William Henley. I will look it up. Oh, here's something that everybody can relate to, feminist or not. Midnight noise. Nothing is louder than overthinking after midnight. Have you ever had no ideas throughout the entire day, and the minute your head hits the pillow, your brain won't shut the hell up? Universally relatable feeling. Final departure. I left you. I walked away. You had so much potential, but you refused to use it. His issue, not yours. It's not your fucking fault. You can't change a man. You can't make a man love you correctly. That's not your fucking job. Understand that most men won't know what to do with a woman like you, and that's okay. You, my dear, are not for everyone. I know they said men, but that's kind of an interchangeably relatable thing, too. Blind and confused. I think it started beneath the false sense of security you provided. I was manipulated into trusting you, unable to hear the lies that first presented themselves as truth. The thought of being in love is blinding. The thought that I'd found one filled me with so much confusion, and I've been struggling to find my way out of this. Oh. Girl, you could put a fucking period. I'm turning the page like there's more. First or many? He was your first. You were one of many. My eyes ache witnessing girls give everything to boys with nothing. Also, to add a little context, the author of this is a lesbian, so take with a grain of salt. Switch pronouns and genders if you need to make it more relatable to yourself, because a lot of this is actually pretty universally relatable, in my opinion. Just needs a little bit of gender swapping. My own whisper. My mind whispers to itself, all those lovers, but none of them loved you. I don't get that one. Tennessee, I think she's more speaking directly to someone more than at the men. Full of emptiness. Maybe the heart cracks to the empty itself of things. Yeah, let's try that again. Full of emptiness. Maybe the heart cracks to empty itself of things I no longer need to feel. And it's become obvious that I no longer need to feel for you. Oh, sorry, I'm in a little bit of a serious mood, have been for a while. I'm a really serious person. I try to joke, but half the time all my jokes come out as deadpan or cranky, or my humor is not for everybody. And everybody's humor is not for me. But that's okay. It takes all types to make the world go round. Same phrase, same results. And so she thought that it was love, but he'd used those same words on every broken girl he met, taking what he wanted, giving nothing, leaving them empty. Modern barter. Bargaining using sex. Either way, you're getting screwed. Hung up, hungover. I've been growing impatient, trying to survive on empty. Your promises were like rope, wrapped tightly around my neck, the chair beneath my feet, the only thing holding us up. Year 2008. I remember what you don't. I recall what you refuse to. I fight, you sit and watch. I yell, you tune me out. Everything we are became everything we were. Our love fractured, broken beyond repair. Wetworks midnight. Midnight nears, and the moon shines its light directly toward my pain, and so I'm unable to hide. My phone in hand, as if I'm holding on to hope, awaiting your texts and anticipating your call, as if to prove that I matter to you. It won't happen. A thought that sounds like a whisper to my heart, a pistol aimed at my head, bullets made of disappointment penetrating through my smile. A smile that I had originally thought was bulletproof. Today was difficult, and tonight is equally the same, as my body trembles under the weight of my own heartache. Midnight nears, and I'm alone with the moon, regretting the day I allowed you in. Some whiskey wordplay. So many men fear your strength and the fullness of the waves in your ocean. So much they prefer puddles, and that's fine. The pain in remembering. The memories hurt the most. They destroy bits and pieces of our existence, draining us of our energy, keeping us up at night. Sometimes I get tired of thinking about the things I don't want to think about. Sometimes I get so fucking tired of everything that reminds me of you. So, I know you guys can't see the pages in this book, but this person has decided that they are not going to put almost any punctuation aside from a stray comma or two, and it's making it really fucking hard to get this flow correct. I don't know, it's some postmodern bullshit grammar. But I consider this a fairly successful, somewhat successful, I guess, practice run of all this. Something to do in between chatting with folks. Under the moonlight. I remember lying there, quiet, fading into the silence of our four walls and a window that gave permission to the moon as it watched us from afar. Thinking to myself, you can't force someone to realize that you're what's best for them. I can't imagine me being a sad lesbian. I can't imagine being a lesbian, unfortunately. I mean, I guess I could. Yeah. Good night, Sir Adamantine. I think it's about quitting time so far. I'll read a few more. The illusion... Stop it. Phone. The illusion of good mornings. Aw, this is actually cute. Never mind, it's not. Okay. The illusion of good mornings. She was his morning coffee, enough to keep him awake, until he found someone else to consume with his bullshit. You know what? I don't know. Is this person I don't know if I just assumed that this person was a lesbian. Maybe it is a male feminist. Maybe I looked up the wrong fucking author. Anywho, the picture that I get of this particular author is someone who pined after someone for a really, really long time and finally got them, and yet for some reason is unimaginably salty at every previous partner that this person has ever had. My energy misplaced. Loving you is draining. Instead of wasting my emotional energy, I decided to forgive you and move on. It's like... No, this book is literally written for a woman. So, it's dedicated to the author's fiance. Let's do a random page. Let's do one closer to the end. Oh my god, none of these are cheerful. Lustful and lust-filled. Our love was weak, passion only exchanged over the strength of a climax experience in the back seat of a vehicle or on the floor next to a mattress we rarely slept on. No explanations. Hurt me and I'll leave. Without warning, and I don't owe an explanation to those who mistreat me. All of everything you are. Nope. Strangely beautiful but broken. I saw the flaws and devil paws imprinted on your heart, cracks caused by being involved with a demon selling dreams and telling lies to capture your love. Used and abused and left near a curb, next to day-old filth, overwhelmed with guilt, an ocean of regret, your would-be grave as you fought sinking to the bottom. I like that one. Some of these poems remind me of my ex-boyfriend, so it's funny. Except for my husband, all the other relationships I've had, except for that one, have been with girls, and we've always broke up amicably, except for that dude. I call him he who will not be named. Fuck him. He stole my guitar. He is a dick. Your potential. You were everything I should have avoided, but I stared into your potential instead of paying attention to our reality. The truth is, you were never the one, and I can finally admit it. Yeah, I think a lot of these remind a lot of people of an ex. Viewfinder. I think I got tired of looking at you through pictures. I was eager to double tap you in real life. Oh, if that's not a double entendre, do we mean sex or do we mean shooting someone in the head? The wound. Completely broken, I cut myself trying to get close to you. Several attempts. I almost bled out for you. Like the ex. I think everybody has a the ex. He who will not be named is mine. I think I've called him he who will not be named so many times that I've started to actually forget his fucking name. Whatever, I was 16. I don't need to remember a boyfriend I had when I was 16. It's just not fucking unimportant. The asshole that stole my guitar. Sin's choice. Realizing that I didn't have the courage to love you in the way you needed, I let you go. Because you couldn't, I did it for you. No, I'm gonna take a picture of this book, and then you'll see why I'm having such a fucking hard time with this grammar. Because there isn't any. There's no punctuation. Some word porn. She wants to be taken, mentally starved by a mind incapable of stimulating hers. My knowledge and understanding like food for a dying soul. I became the only thing she could think about. Rooftops, lying wide awake and vulnerable under the bright moon, in lust with the way I speak. My open mind opening her up, every word like a thrust or stroke as she invited me to spill my words on her canvas. Hi, Ghost Dog. How are you? Letting go entirely. Maybe that's all she wanted, acknowledgement, to be appreciated for all the things she did. Someone who cared enough to make an effort, the type of appreciation. Fucking A. Letting go entirely. Maybe that's all she wanted, acknowledgement, to be appreciated for all the things she did. Someone who cared enough to make an effort, the type of appreciation that could be felt. A man who could love her in the same fashion as she loved him. I don't think she was asking for too much. All that she demanded was simply what she deserved. You served her a bunch of lies and expected her to get full starving of the truth. Ooh, editing. But one day it happened. The woman whom you only really wanted to break reached the point where she could break no longer. Though you thought she'd hold on, she finally found the courage to let go. And with 5 minutes left, I'm going to call it a night. This was okay. I think I want to get some OBS going and maybe try games again. I think I might have figured out a way to keep it from lagging as bad as it has been. But I'm limited with one screen. I can't play the game and then actually see the chat, so I keep having to pause and go back and forth like I did when I was streaming Stardew Valley the other day. Nope. 15 Shades of Gravy. Somebody needs to make that into a cookbook immediately. It's called Whiskey, Words, and a Shovel by R.H. Sin. It's the first of, I think, 5. It's a bit of a feminist rag, but it's still pretty fucking universally relatable, with the exception of one or two poems that just didn't drag me in at all. But that's more due to the fact that the person has made a stylistic choice to not add periods. Yes, there's 5. I mean, there are still people who make all their money off of poetry. So there are 5, and then there's another book that they have by, I guess it is a dude, by him that's unrelated to this one, but I'm gonna take a look next time I'm at work to see if the next one's love poetry too. If not, maybe I'll pick up a different author for the stream and then just continue reading these ones on my own. I don't know. Sounds less like a woman and more like someone that's just an empath. I can relate. Feeling deeply sometimes deeply sucks. It's like running into battle with no armor. Then everybody expects you to say, "No, you're fine, right?" No, I'm not fine. I got stabbed in the side. I'm not good. It's the best analogy I have. I'm mildly drunk. But thank you everybody, and I do mean everybody, for showing up. I mean, you can't blame me. The stream was supposed to have a certain feel. I couldn't answer to all of the comments that were happening in the chat. No, Tennessee, I actually flipped to the back. It actually is a dude. I have no idea why I thought this was a lesbian, which makes me which is fucking hilarious at how unbelievably whiny and salty he is. Oh my gosh, much love, guys. The night that I thought the author was a chick, male feminist. It is funny as fuck because for some reason I assumed it was a fucking lesbian. Not just any lesbian, mine, like super feminist dyke lesbian, like not even dyke lesbian. Someone with purple hair. That kind of lesbian. The kind that wears a pussy hat unironically. Wil Wheaton didn't write it because it's better than anything Wil Wheaton could have wrote. Let's just be honest right there. At least some of them were. At least some of it was relatable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a dude. It is a dude, in fact. But you know, I'm always happy to talk to you guys and see you guys. So yeah, some of it was relatable. That's the thing with the whole identity politics, and I love the folks in this community, but I think they get a little bit of tunnel vision sometimes when it comes to hating on certain people. It's kind of sad because y'all are missing out. You really are. There's some awesome shit on the other side. You just have to kind of look past the trash. You know? I don't know. I don't know if I made my point. Yeah, yeah, sure, fine. Fucking make fun of me. I'm a fucking hipster. I'm a fucking hipster, but at least I know how to eat and drink and fucking I have fun in a different way than most folks in this community, but fuck, I have fun and nobody's getting hurt, so I'm not gonna have somebody else catch shit because they like to hunt or because they like to shoot targets or because they like to go to rap shows. Just because I don't like to do those things doesn't mean that I'm gonna shit on you for it. Like you do you. Just don't make fun of me for playing D&D. I'm not even gonna fucking make fun of you because you went to the Women's March. I'm done making fun of people. I'm just fucking done. I'm done with the mean-spiritedness and shit, too. Fucking, you know, live and let. As long as you're not hurting me, I don't care. I do. I try to be good people. I don't always succeed, but I don't know what I'm saying anymore, and I don't know how to end this stream. So I'm just gonna say goodnight and hit the button. Good night.